Working with Scott Morrison and Doug MacLean. They did find some chemistry with Patrice Bergeron and Chris Kunitz on that top line with Sidney Crosby. But then you had the backup behind him in Jonathan Toews down the middle and that 1-2 punch. You're used to having these two players dominate, be in contention for Conn Smythe trophies, Art Ross trophies, everything. They didn't have that type of individual contribution in this tournament, but when it counted.
Yeah, there's no question. The stats weren't there, but both players are guys who don't hurt you when they're not putting up the offensive numbers. And is there a superstar who works harder than Sidney Crosby when he doesn't have the puck? I don't think I've seen anybody who battles and competes the way he certainly did in this tournament. He was relentless on the forecheck, relentless on the puck in the corners, and he elevated his game against the Americans and the Swedes, and that's what great players do. And he was just a dominant player today, and in the big game comes through with a goal.
And let's not forget the line shuffling. 2 games in, they took Kunitz away from Crosby and put him on the 4th line. Then eventually, they got them back together. And guess what? It turned out to be the right decision. Kunitz was terrific the last couple of games. And today, Kunitz and Crosby were very important offensive stars for Team Canada. And when it counted, he was there.
And Crosby bought into the defense-first formula. And the goal he scored was a result of good defensive play, a turnover leading to a breakaway.
Jonathan Toews was clutch, too.
Well, is there anybody that's more of a winner than this guy? And people always say, if you had a chance to start a hockey team, who would you want, Crosby or Toews? And Toews is quickly moving into that category because this guy, have a look at what this guy has won in his career already as a young player. 2 Olympic gold, 2 Stanley Cup, 2 World Juniors, and a World Championship. I mean, this is what winning is all about. This guy would not let Team Canada lose. He's that important. Talking to players that have played with this guy, with the Chicago Blackhawks, they can't believe what a leader he is at such a young age. He is the definition of a winner.
And he had the most ice time of any Canadian forward today. And again, we get fixated on the stats. We get fixated on the goals. But you talk to the Blackhawks people, and they'll tell you, even when he's not putting up the numbers, he's still the best player on the ice.
Well, you saw that in the playoffs last year, and that's
Guaranteed.
Stanley Cup run, right? He played 7 minutes in the 3rd period. Just to compare that, Sidney Crosby only played 4. That's how valuable Jonathan Toews is.
Yes, it is that. And he will play with anybody and do whatever it takes. And don't think he was an important guy behind the scenes saying, we've got to buy in here to what they're selling because this is how we're going to win.